in the night. Da-dum-ba-bum-ba-bum. Living body motion, hiding somewhere in the night. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wednesday night Sacred Pipe Ceremony. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. And first thing I want to do, I tend to wait, but I was realizing I talk about setting sacred space. And a lot of times I get to talking and I don't set sacred space till partway through our time together. But the thing about setting sacred space is that you always set sacred space when you start a ceremony. And besides the pipe ceremony itself, this entire video is basically a ceremony. And so it's only proper to set sacred space first thing. So here we go. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your love. Thank you for welcoming all who need to be here. The right place, the right time. Oh. All right, my friends. Thank you again for joining me. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are going to do a sacred pipe ceremony. You may have heard it called the peace pipe in old westerns or different historical frameworks. This is the Chinook, it's the holy sacred pipe. This is a sacred pipe of from Lakota tradition. And hi, hey everybody, welcome in, come on in. Ceremony, which I will explain in a minute. I just set sacred space, so we are all in sacred space, held by the spirits in an energetic container that keeps out anything of a lower frequency, anything that is counter to our intentions. So welcome. I'm doing something a little different. I got down here a little bit earlier than I usually do. This coming weekend, I'm gonna go on a little personal retreat and stay at a friend's cabin in the woods. And so I came down here early to work on some prayer ties. These little ghosty looking things. Each of these little things has a bundle of tobacco in it. And so I take the tobacco, I say a prayer, and I blow my prayer, my intention into the tobacco, and then I put it onto one of these square cloths. I think my phone needs to be, hold on 1 second. I think my camera is smudgy. There we go, that's a lot brighter. So welcome. So doing the prayer ties, I take a pinch of tobacco, put it in one of these squares, and I fold it up and I tie the string around it, so you get this whole long line of prayers. At some time this weekend, I will burn them and release the prayers. Kind of like lighting the pipe when we pray using the pipe and send our prayers riding on the tobacco smoke to carry it to the spirit. But I thought what I would do, since I'm doing this first, I thought I would do a prayer tie, and I would bring your prayers along with me this weekend. And so what I'm going to do, I've been doing white. Traditionally you do 4 different, like white, red, black, and yellow. Basically one for each of the directions, one for each of the 4 races of humans, etc. So I was working on the white, but red is the blood of the people. Red is the blood, kind of like the red of the stone that makes up the bowl of the pipe, the same pipe. It's said to be the red of the blood of all people. And so I'm gonna make a prayer tie using a red square. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a pinch of tobacco, and I'm gonna hold this pinch of tobacco up to my camera, and I'm gonna give you a moment to think about what prayers you want to send with me this weekend on retreat. It could be anything, big or small, and then feel it in your heart, and then blow it out of your mouth. You don't have to hold your phone or device up next to your face or anything, just with that intention of blowing it out. And I will hold this pinch of tobacco to my camera to catch your prayers, and when I do the pipe ceremony itself, there's a part where I take 4 pinches of tobacco. When I say prayers, I'm basically gathering the prayers into the tobacco before putting it in the pipe, and then we light it and we smoke it and we send those prayers out to Creator. And so it's kind of the same thing. So think about a prayer, think about something you desire, something you need, something you want, some prayer intention, big or small. Feel it in your heart. And now, from your heart, blow that prayer out your mouth into the tobacco. Wow, big prayers, big prayers. So then I take this pinch of tobacco containing your prayers and this red square of fabric. This is a great thing. I love doing prayer ties. So I kind of pinch up the corners to make another little ghosty guy. And then there's a certain way of wrapping it with the string so that it actually doesn't use a knot. And so you can get a whole string of them. There are no knots. It just kind of cinches on each of these so that there's no knots to block the prayers. So the prayers flow freely through this whole line. And I don't know how many I'm going to have at the end. Usually if I'm going to a formal ceremony or vision quest or something like that, I usually do about 100 prayer ties, like 25 of each color, but I'm just going to keep going until I'm out of prayers. So praying for all kinds of things. So this is your prayers I'm taking with me. Even if you're watching this on repeat, blow your prayers into this, and they will be released this coming weekend. And I'm in the cabin in the woods doing my own little personal retreat, and ceremony and such. So that way I can take you with me and know that your prayers are answered. All right, so let me put that aside. Let me take the rest of chai. And thank you so much for joining me. If you're just coming in late, we're going to do Sacred Pipe Ceremony. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. And this is a sacred pipe. 19 generations ago, a spirit woman who we call White Buffalo Calf Woman, came to the Lakota people and presented them with the very first Chanupa, the very first sacred pipe. And it was a time when it said that the people had forgotten their connection to Mother Earth. And there was drought and there was hunger, and the tribe, the different bands of the tribe were bickering amongst themselves. There was a lot of unrest. And so White Buffalo Calf Woman came with the and taught them how to smoke it in a sacred manner. And the whole purpose of the pipe is unifying, bringing together, connection. In fact, she taught that the stem is the divine masculine, and the bowl is the divine feminine. So when we put the two together, it's like the unification of all of creation. It's the yin yang. It's the hard and the soft, the light and the dark, all of creation, no separation. And like I was just talking about the prayer ties I'm making with the 4 colors. I have this braid I did with those 4 colors, the black, yellow, red, and white, which are the colors of the medicine wheel. And one of the things that the main purpose of the pipe is the reunification of all people. It's the coming together of all people. It's kind of the fulfillment of the rainbow tribe prophecy, if you know what that is. I've heard different people and different tribes credited with it. It seems to be pretty universal, though. There's a prophecy that when it is needed, that basically the children of the oppressors will seek out the elders of the indigenous people to learn the ways, to learn how to be closer to the earth, etc., how to come together. And it will be a tribe, a new tribe of every race, of every human, every culture. That's why we smoke the pipe, is to bring the world together. And that is why it is so, originally it was to bring the tribe together, right? And now, as our world has gotten smaller and smaller and bigger at the same time, it's about bringing all people together. We smoke the pipe. We fill the pipe with tobacco, and we light it, we smoke it, and we smoke out. We blow our prayers out in the smoke, and the smoke carries our prayers to Great Spirit. And so we pray for community, we pray for all our relations, all of the spirits of the land, the ancestors, all that, and particularly to all races of humans to come together as one tribe, to recognize ourselves as one family, one tribe. We may be different cultures. It's not about homogenizing the human race by any means. It's about recognizing the differences but coming together as one, and emphasizing our strengths and our differences to grow together. I always think about Star Trek and how it wasn't until the world came together as one before we had the we had, um, they had what they needed, the energy, all the power, all of the working together as one to produce a system of peace, a system where everyone is respected, no wars, and it's not until we reach that point that, you know, we'll be able to reach out further into space. I don't know, that sounds kind of corny. But it's true, like if you take Star Trek as a metaphor, it's like it took the whole world coming together, working together, not in competition, to reach the point where we could actually explore the stars, etc. You know. So that is our main prayer. That is my main intention, is to unify all races, all peoples, all genders, all persuasions, everyone, seeing that in each and every individual as a divine aspect of source energy. So that is my intention that underlies all other intentions. So I feel like I'm babbling. And also my little counter on my phone says 0, so I'm just talking to myself at the moment. But, anything else I want to say about that? I feel like I just kind of went off in all these different directions, but it's really about not only unifying the outer world, right? The outer world is a reflection of the inner world, each one of us. And so masculine and feminine unified, heart and mind of each of us. Like they say, the mind is a wonderful servant and a terrible taskmaster. And so it's about moving from that place of the mind, of the patriarchy, of power, actually of force, right? Of dominion, and moving to a place of power and harmony, and the words are failing me, but weaving into a tapestry rather than, you know, a biodiverse environment is so much healthier and resilient than one that no diversity is just this monoscape. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm actually going to tell you, so I kind of told you about the pipe, where it originated. I'm going to talk about the ceremony itself, give you a little bit of an idea of what it's going to look like, so you can follow along, because part of it's in silence, part of it is out loud. And that way you can follow along and not get lost, or kind of know what's going on. So the first thing I'm going to do, got some sweetgrass and some sage. I'm going to light. I'm going to smudge myself. I'm going to send some smudge away. Smudge everything here on my little altar. And once that is done, I'm going to raise my pipe, ask permission to smoke in this place at this time, and assuming that the answer is yes, I will join the pipe at that point. And then I will take 4 pinches of tobacco, like I said, and I will put them into the bowl. And that part is out loud, so you'll hear with each pinch of tobacco, I say different prayers. I gather different prayers. And the prayers go into the pipe. And once my pipe is filled, I have a song that my guides taught me and asked me to sing before each ceremony. And so once my pipe is filled, I will sing that song. Then I will light the pipe. And then the next part is, so what you see me doing is I'll take a smoke and then I will offer the pipe to the different directions and I will blow that smoke blessing in that direction. It's like going around the 4 directions, offering my pipe to them to smoke. And actually, I just recently realized when I blow that breath out toward them, that's actually them inhaling, and kind of that infinity loop, right? That give and take that I love. So the 4 directions: Father Sky, Mother Earth in a circle for all our relations, and then straight up for Creator. Then I'll pause a moment with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart and say some silent prayer. Then I'll come back, light the pipe, and then the next thing I'm going to do, a great big puff of smoke. I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. And that is the point where you want to say your biggest, bestest prayers or set your biggest, bestest intentions. That smoke is coming through my phone, and by the magic of the internet and the holographic universe, through whichever device you're watching this on, even if you're watching this a year from now, 10 years from now, whatever, it is still just as vital as while I'm sitting here filming this right now. Excuse me. And then I will go on smoking my pipe, blowing out prayers and intentions. Some of my own, some that people have asked me to pray for. I actually have a little book in my tobacco pouch that I keep on my altar that has intentions that people have asked me to pray for. So if you have prayers you want sent, if you want help praying for something, let me know. And I will put you in my little book, and that stays on my altar every ceremony. And I tend to do these ceremonies almost every day. Not how to say religiously, not necessarily every single day, but almost every day I come down here to the river, down to this spot, and pray and do ceremony with my pipe. And so your prayers will be right here on my altar, and I pray. I always send a smoke blessing to the book with all the intentions in it to carry to Great Spirit. Continue to smoke. I might sit momentarily with the pipe on my lap and kind of say silent prayers or meditate, kind of come back and smoke a little bit more, and at some point when it feels complete, I will raise my pipe again. I will say another prayer, and that final prayer is, I've started doing it in light language, if you know what light language is. If not, Google it. There's quite a few people doing it now. And it's basically, you will just hear sounds and syllables. It's not, it's a light language, an energy language. I just kind of open up and channel the sounds through, and it's more about the frequency of the sounds than the meaning of words. So it's definitely not English. I don't know what language or where it's from. A lot of people do specific languages from different planets, different groups, different races, etc. I just open up and let it come out. So just open to receive those prayers. See how you feel. That is the main barometer, is how you feel. So listen to it. If it feels light, receive it, let it in. and know that that is resonating with you. Oh, the sun has gone behind the trees, so I'm going to take off my hat. What else? And then after that prayer, I have a little song I always sing at the end, and then I will take the pipe apart. And then depending on the time, if you're new here, you might notice, or even if you're not, you notice I have a tendency to ramble. I'm very passionate about my work, about spirit, about all of this. And once I get, it's like someone puts a quarter in me and I don't stop. So when the actual ceremony part is done, I will probably talk about something else. I never know what. But stick around, and then when it's time, we will drum and release the spirits that have so lovingly held this sacred space for us. And before we start, I want to just show you, I don't think I've done this yet tonight. I want to show you the beauty of this place. Look at that. The beauty and the sacredness of this place. And I get to come here every day if I want to do ceremony and connect with the spirits. And this tree right across the river from me is where Grandfather Eagle comes and sits. And I sit here, I sit here, my neck is really sore from looking up. It's like I'm in a royal court or something. I'm just sitting here like gazing up at Grandfather Eagle, just awed at the fact that he's here in ceremony with me. And there's a great blue heron that comes through here. I've seen there's a beaver that lives around here. There's otters. There's stoats. I actually had a stoat jump over my lap one time. Deer. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw my video that I was doing ceremony here. I heard a sound. I looked up and there was a deer standing over, just right there, looking at me. And we just kind of looked at each other for a little bit before it just casually turned around and walked the other way. So this is a beautiful place. There is so much magic here. And Kingfisher, our little brother bird, is constantly flying back and forth. So it's a beautiful place. This is where we are right now. This is where we're going to be doing our ceremony. And and I keep forgetting to do any little promos. I always leave them till the end when there's hardly anybody watching. So if you're watching this, thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos. That helps with the algorithm. I'm trying to get my voice out there a little further. And you can help me with that. And please share my video. And if you enjoy my work or you just want to support your friendly neighborhood shaman, my PayPal and Venmo links are in the description under the video. And just thank you so very much. So welcome to you all. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your participation in this sacred ceremony. Let's do it. Come on. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Uh-oh. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Magikiwas, and Waboose. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers. All our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors. May all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane. Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane. Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane, Bayama Okane. grandmother, grandfather eagle, we send a voice. Adapaha lamago, ditihi lamagai. Kalaha ha kapabahe, nama hokutapahe. Tukuhu nama haisi patapahe namboho. Kaha ha 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 bahidihi. Namaho kalakahe, hamaho palahalahu. Tamakatahe. Amakataha, tahohola papapahe namakahe. Talikehe namo. Talaha hawa hawa he yikohu balaha. Tashaka pa hai yamanapokohu. Talanga ha hinangahu. Tahaka ha hai namagohu. Tapaha namakaha ho. Tapaha he namakahu. Tulukute he yama alakatohu. Namaha hai nagahu hai. Tahakata hai. Takata hai. Takaha hai. No. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi, ihi, ihi la ihi ho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi. Oofda. Oofda. That's a double oofda. Whew. Always takes me a minute to come back. It was so powerful. You have no idea how much your participation affects the ceremony. Like I said, I tend to come down here on a daily basis. I do the ceremony on my own. But when I do it with others, I'm not going to say it's necessarily more powerful, but it's powerful in a different way. And I hope that every person who watches this, who gets, even I notice the counter kind of popping on, popping off, but I hope everyone that comes on gets a little taste of that sacredness, of their sacredness, of your sacredness, and how special you are. Because you are divine. You are, in your essence, you are spirit. You are beyond this world. There is nothing of this world that could ever destroy you. There is nothing in this world that could ever eliminate you, erase you from existence. You may physically die, you may physically be hurt or whatever, but the essence of your soul, who you truly, truly are, is eternal and exists beyond time, beyond this world. And that's kind of the whole point of any spiritual path, is that remembering. That's why they call it enlightenment or awakening, because it's lighting up something that has been in the shadows. It's awakening to what is already there. You're not striving for something that is beyond you. You're just attempting to remember. Remember the truth of yourself. Remember the truth of your relationship with all that is, with Creator, with Goddess, whatever word you wish to give it. But you are an essential part of the universe. The universe would not exist without you. That's how important you are. And You know, that deserves respect. That deserves love. You deserve love. You deserve respect. No matter who you are, no matter what you've done. The fact that you are, the fact that you exist is greater than anything you will ever do. And it's who you are, not what you do. You don't have to do anything to deserve enlightenment, fulfillment, whatever you want to call it, wholeness. You are already whole. That is the basis of all shamanic healing. The idea that each person is already whole. It's a matter of shining the light on that wholeness, helping the person to remember that wholeness, allowing that to help remove the blocks or the obstacles that are preventing that light from shining from within you. You've already got it. It's already within you. There's nothing you need to do to deserve it. There's nothing you can do. How do I put this? There's nothing you can do to erase that sanctity of your soul. It is eternal. It is divine. It's just a matter of remembering. So, and I think that's part of what I love about this ceremony so much. You know, I was raised Catholic, and I used to love going to Mass. I used to love doing rituals and ceremonies. As I think back on it, there were so many words, right? There's prayers you have to memorize, and that's what I love about the light language. When I do the prayer at the end of the ceremony, it's not memorized, it's not memorizable, and so it's in the moment, totally authentic. And the ceremony itself, after the first part, the prayers and stuff, it's about silence, which we don't get enough of in our world. But it's the silence from which all sound comes from, right? It's the shadow, the darkness, the womb, where all light originates. And so that silence, it's like I don't remember now because it was a long, long time ago that I read this, but I think it was an interaction between a Buddhist monk and one of his disciples, or some wanderer came up to this Buddhist monk and asked, like, who are you? And the monk was like, well, before you asked me, I knew exactly who I was. But now that you put it into words, I don't know how to say it. I don't know who I am. And so it's in the silence of ceremony. The sun's getting bright again. It's in the silence of ceremony that we find ourselves again. Because you are beyond words. Words are of the mind, right? Words are a mental construct to describe outside realities. And so if you're using words, you're automatically that step away from being it, right? Does that make sense? And so with ceremony, it allows us in that silence to dip in, to say into our heart, where words are not necessary. Who you are is a vibration. And you can't know that vibration by talking about it. It can only be felt, right? So who you are cannot be figured out in words. Words are helpful. Journaling, right? Watching, listening to lectures, listening to taking classes, etc. Words are important. They're a part of getting there. But it's kind of like the fool card in the tarot, right? The fool stepping off that cliff, taking that leap of faith. That leap of faith is from words to being. From that left brain to the right brain, from the mind to the heart, where you stop thinking about it and becoming it, because you're already it. So I guess that is my message for tonight. I hope that makes sense. I hope that is helpful. I hope you enjoyed the ceremony. Please come back. Please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and like my videos. That helps the algorithm and helps other people find me. And if you're ever in need of sitting in sacred space, if you're ever in need of that silence, I have 6 or 7 years worth of these videos on my YouTube channel, totally free. Pick one at random and watch it. Sink into that space. Remember who you are in that silence. There's no one else can tell you who you are. No one else has the authority, because no one else can be you. That is your authority, your heart, your vibration, that feelingness of who you are. There is no one that can curse you. There's no one that can damn you. There's no one that can belittle you. They don't have the authority. They don't have the power. They can tell you all kinds of stuff, but it's up to you whether to believe them or not. You're going to believe someone else's words, someone else's thoughts, and judgment of you, or if you're going to trust the feeling of rightness in your heart. So, there you go. So there. It seems like this was kind of a weird night. I feel like I'm kind of a little bit off, but I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from the ceremony or something from what I said. Please share my video. And I am here for you. This is my living. This is my day job. And my job is to help you find your spiritual path, to help you find that silence, right? That still small voice within you telling you who you are, telling you what your purpose is. No one else can tell you that. But you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, learn more about who I am, what I do. You can see the different shamanic services I offer. Readings and healings and teachings, oh my. You can sign up for a session with me right on my website. I do card readings, I do shamanic healings, soul retrievals, etc. And I teach. I'm working on getting some classes up and running soon. I'm going to do some online classes as well as local classes. And I also do one-on-one mentoring. So if you're looking for a teacher, if you feel like you resonate with me and would like to try a one-on-one mentorship with me, if you've had like a recent awakening or crisis or whatever, and you're kind of lost, looking for footing, looking for direction, I'd be honored to help you find that footing, to help you find your own personal, unique heart path. So visit my website, marchingwillstudios.net, and I can't wait to work with you. So, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. You may not realize how much you affect this ceremony or what gets said here, but you really, really do. So thank you for that. Thank you for your energy. And let's release those spirits who have so lovingly held this space for us to do our prayer work and ceremonial work. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Thank you for welcoming us into yours. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your energy. I hope this little pause in your week was helpful and useful. You can always watch us again if you need a little more space in the coming week. And I hope you will join me again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and go shining. All right, bye now.